Today, we're diving into a classic, the Nintendo DS Lite. Is it still worth your time and money in 2024? Or is it just a relic of the past? Stick around to find out. The Nintendo DS Lite was first released in 2006, and it quickly became a beloved handheld for many gamers. But in 2024, does it still hold up? Well, let's break it down. Let's start with why the Nintendo DS Lite is still worth it in 2024. First up, the design. The Nintendo DS Lite's compact and sleek design still feels really good in the hands. It's super portable, making it perfect for gaming on the go, obviously as it was intended. The closing clamshell design protects the screens. Whether it's from cracking or scratching, it's a huge plus for durability. Its lightweight build makes it easy to carry around. No matter what you're doing, whether you're playing at home, traveling, any way you play it, it's very portable as it is a handheld device. Next, we need to talk about the games. The Nintendo DS Lite has an incredible library of games, from iconic titles like Mario Kart DS, The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass, New Super Mario Bros., Pokemon Diamond, and there are just so many classics that you can't even name. There's so many. All of these games still offer tons of fun and nostalgia, and many have unique mechanics that you will not find in modern games. The dual screen setup and touchscreen added a layer of interactivity that was way ahead of its time. And as this is a DS Lite, we can't forget to talk about backwards compatibility. The DS Lite can play all Game Boy Advance games, effectively doubling your library. This feature alone makes it a fantastic value, especially if you have a collection of GBA games lying around. Classics like Metroid Fusion, The Legend of Zelda Fire Emblem are just a few examples of GBA titles that you can enjoy on your DS Lite, and remember, it is the full library. So this thing is effectively a double console, a really big win for the DS Lite. Battery life is another huge pro with this console. The DS Lite has a tank for the battery. It lasts plenty of hours on a single charge. Somehow its standby time is also unbelievable, as you can go months and sometimes years between charges and still have battery life from the last time you turned it on. But during regular use, it may change depending on what game you're playing or what brightness you use, but regardless, the battery life is very solid and it's also better than almost all modern handhelds. You can game for long sessions without worrying about constantly recharging, plus the battery is very easy to replace. All you have to do is take out 2 screws on the back if you ever need to, and you can't do that on new consoles. Super easy to do on this one though. And I have to mention the variety of colors and special editions. The DS Lite came in a range of colors, like the limited edition Pokemon versions, which make it a collector's dream. Whether you're a fan of sleek black, pure white, or something more vibrant, there is a DS Lite out there that suits your style. And now we're going to talk about some cons of the Nintendo DS Lite. Because let's be real, the DS Lite isn't perfect, especially in 2024. But here are some reasons why it might not be worth it. Firstly, the screens. Compared to modern displays, the DS Lite screens are small, low resolution, and not very bright. If you're used to high resolution vibrant displays, you might find the DS Lite's visuals underwhelming. The screens can be hard to see in bright sunlight, and the colors don't pop like they do on today's OLED or even LCD screens. However, in 2024, considering this console is 18 years old, it's quite reasonable for its age, in my opinion, for the quality to be how it is, and I don't really find that the screens generally interfere with the quality of the games or the experience itself. This is really more of a subjective thing. Then there's the touchscreen. While it was innovative for its time, the resistive touchscreen is not as responsive or accurate as today's capacitive touchscreens. This can be annoying, especially for games that heavily rely on touch controls, more specifically the ones that overdo it with gimmicks. Most, however, do take advantage of it very well. The stylus can feel at times imprecise, and you might find yourself wishing for the smooth, responsive touch experience of modern smartphones and tablets. Another downside is the lack of online features. The online services for DS games has been discontinued, so without doing special tricks in order to get it back online, you won't be able to enjoy multiplayer or download content for certain games. This limits the full experience of games like Mario Kart DS and Pokemon titles where online play was a huge part of the fun. The good news, you can, as I mentioned, quite easily get those functions back just by changing a very simple DNS setting. If you have a DS and would like to go back online with it, I'll have a video right here that shows you how to do it in under 10 minutes. Since this is a mid-2000s game console, you won't have access to things like a game store, so you can't really do digital downloads, obviously. However, the pro side of this is that it at least means you can own every aspect of your games physically. And speaking of physical games, while the library is fantastic, finding game copies in good condition can be tricky and expensive. Some rare titles can cost a small fortune, and if you're looking to complete your collection or grab some of the best games, you might have to deal with high prices and potential issues with counterfeit cartridges. Compared to modern handhelds and overall technology in general like smartphones, the DS Lite also lacks some features that people have come to expect. Obviously, for the time, there's no camera. I don't think anybody really complains about that though. There's no multimedia capabilities like music or video playback, and the overall user interface can feel pretty old compared to today's devices. Modern handhelds obviously have more versatility with them, just because of the age and technology difference and overall advancement. Is the Nintendo DS worth it in 2024? It really does depend on what you're looking for. If you love classic games, appreciate retro design, and don't mind the older tech, the DS Lite can still bring a lot of joy. Its design, game library, and battery life make it a standout even today. But if you're after modern graphics, responsive touch controls, and online features, you might want to look elsewhere. At the end of the day, the DS Lite is an iconic piece of gaming history that can still provide hours of entertainment. It's a great addition to any collection, and for the right price, in my opinion, it is still definitely worth it just off the games alone. So what do you guys think? Is the DS Lite still worth it in 2024? Let me know in the comments below, and since you guys have stuck around to the end, if you drop a like on this video and subscribe with notifications on, then comment done along with any other thing you would like to comment, you will have a chance at being shouted out at the end of the next video. Thanks a ton for watching and helping out this channel, and I'll see you in the next video.